Hello, you're listening to the Singer's Success Path podcast. I'm your host, Kimara Morel, and on this show, we discuss all things making money as singers without having to perform live. Thank you, everyone who left a review last week for our very first episode. It helps tremendously, but we could still use some help spreading the word. So if you have not left a review on Apple Music, please do, and please share this particular episode with a singer you know who could be taking advantage of these online revenue streams. Today, I'm going to tell you about 5 of my favorite ways to earn some income with my voice from home. Here we go. The very first revenue stream I went hard with is demo singing. This was the huge catalyst for me to realize I could finally be full-time with music. Demo singing is when someone pays you to record vocals for a song they have already written. So word got around in the recording studios I was working at that I was the demo singing girl. So my first gigs were in-person word of mouth networking. So when someone asks you to come hang out at a session, think about who might be there, and it might be worth your while. But you got to speak up and let people know what you do. It's not even that hard. When you meet new people, usually the second or third question they ask is, "What do you do?" Start telling people you're a demo singer. You got to spell it out sometimes for people to have that idea that they might have a project that they could use you on. But in-person networking is not the most sustainable. So we are going to take you to the World Wide Web, where most people are searching for demo singers. I got started on soundbetter.com in April 2019. It's the biggest and best marketplace to hire people for music services. And if you click on the singers page, you'll see my mug towards the top of the page because I have worked the algorithm on that website. At this time, I have over 700 5-star reviews, but I got to tell you something kind of troubling. Not long ago, I found myself saying, I just don't feel like singing today. And this had a real feeling of dread. I realized this is not just a I need a day off kind of thing. This was a problem. After recording 2 to 4 songs a day for clients who tell me what to sing, I noticed I was giving all of my energy towards monetizing, so my passion started to waver. So I needed to pivot a bit and solve this riddle. I had a few other revenue streams going, but I was not giving them enough attention because they didn't pay fast enough. But the value behind some of these other revenue streams is tremendous if we stop looking at the instant gratification and zoom out to the bigger picture. The first one of these is licensing acapellas. What that is you can license the use of one of your acapellas many, many times. So you can record one song once, and many different customers can buy the right to use the acapella and its stems and make their own instrumentals around it. These generally sell anywhere from $29 to $129 per download. Sounds kind of low, right? Well, my mindset used to be to put most of my attention into the demo singing gigs that were paying anywhere between $350 to $1,500 per gig because I could see that larger check as soon as I finished the recording. With acapellas, after you record one song, you'll start to see $29 sales rolling in kind of slow, and it's a lot less exciting. But something happened that put things into perspective for me. So I had a songwriting gig, similar to demo singing, except this pays a little bit higher because I also wrote the song. I loved how this song came out. I thought it was a hit and was so excited to send it to the client. He took 2 days to respond, and I was on pins and needles. And when he wrote back that he actually didn't like the song, I was devastated, shocked. But I took my time responding, cleared my head, and gave him an offer. I had an idea. I would give him a full refund in exchange for the full rights to what I wrote. So he'll have no claims to the top line that I wrote, and he agreed. So I sent him back his money, and I put that song up for sale as an a cappella license. About 6 months later, I go look at my sales and see that this song has sold so many licenses, it has now actually doubled the amount I would have gotten paid if he kept the song and I just kept that one-time fee. So let me circle back. I really needed to solve this riddle of not feeling like singing today. And do not get me wrong, I thank God every day that I get to earn a living with my voice. But singing is my passion. Songwriting is my form of expression. So I need a balance where, yes, it is making me money, but it is also making me feel expressed. And I really started to lose that. So I shifted focus and I started nurturing the revenue streams that require me to only sing one time, to record that once, and then the song can pay me over and over. This is called residual income. Acapella licensing is my favorite, but again, it's smaller sales over time. And I personally wanted to make more money faster. So that thought process led me to my next favorite revenue stream when I asked myself the question, how can I make a residual product that's at a higher price point? And my answer was a scalable way to teach. If you don't record yourself at home, by the way, or you've ever done any vocal coaching, this may be the stream you want to explore first because it does not require a home recording studio. For me, since I don't teach voice lessons, this was way less obvious to figure out. And then it hit me, what questions do people ask me the most? I want you to write that down and revisit it later because you might realize that you've got something unique to offer. So, what questions do people ask you the most? What do you know about? The answer for me was how to record vocals, how to make them sound good, and how to make money with them. Well, okay. So I designed a few courses, filmed them so students can study on their own, and now I get paid every time a new student takes one of my courses that I filmed one time. I see many people having great success with this with voice lessons, but no more needing to drive around from student's house to student's house. No need to be committed to an intense schedule where you have to show up at a specific time. Making a pre-recorded course is a great revenue stream, and it allows you to help more people than you realistically could one-on-one. But yes, many people prefer to learn in a more live setting so they can ask questions and you can get live feedback to really cater your lesson plans to your students. So what you could do instead is teach live group sessions, okay? This way, you could probably charge a little less than what you charge for one-on-one sessions, so it becomes more affordable to more students. Gather as many people as you can in that group lesson, and you just gave yourself a raise while helping more people. Okay, I need to tell you about my fourth favorite. This source of income constantly gives me that amazing feeling when you find a $20 bill in your jeans, because once you've got this finally rocking, you kind of don't even know how money is finding its way to you. I'm talking about sync licensing, or getting your songs into TV, films, and commercials. I prefer to work solely with sync licensing agencies and libraries who get the songs placed in TV spots for me, so I don't really have to deal with that business side and the networking side. I just focus on making more music. A couple times a year, I'll spend some time making an album for sync, and I'll send it to a sync library, and they can go find those songs at home. The companies I've had the most success with tend to take 50% commission from any upfront fees they secure for me, and some of them do act as publishers. When I check my royalty statements, I can see what shows used my songs, and it's pretty fun. But sync, just like any of these revenue streams, is not enough to sustain us as our one income stream. I always want to push people to diversify their music revenue streams because then you'll really be setting yourself up to have solid longevity with your career. All right, the last one I want to talk about is fairly new to me, and it's possibly a little harder to get into at this time, but I feel like if you're listening to this a month or two from now, new platforms will be popping up where you can much more easily take advantage of this. So keep your eyes and ears out for ways to create your own AI voice model. If you're like, what even is that? You can basically train an artificial intelligence program to learn how to sing like you. This can then be monetized by turning it into a more affordable service like demo singing for people to use the robot version of you instead of hiring human you to record for them. This kind of can freak people out. It's really trippy to hear your own voice singing something you never sang. There's a lot of stigma and controversy around this topic, but my feelings are cash in on it now. Solve the potential problems later if and when they come up. Be in control of how your voice is used with AI now, and I believe you'll be in a better position later. There's a lot of what ifs. What if people steal my voice? What if I stop getting hired for demo singing because people can just use my AI or any AI voice? Well, think about this what if. What if you could be making money every time someone wants to use your robot voice? What if you could do that, but chose not to because it's kind of freaky and you just don't know? The technology exists. It's here. There's a race to see who can best monetize it the fastest. So why not be ahead of the curve and be part of it rather than fear it? For everyone out there who's not interested, I will gladly take your potential customers. I mean, how bad is the idea that you train this machine once and then every time it's hired to sing for someone, you don't have to do anything? To me, that helps solve my problem of not feeling like singing today because I'm overworked hustling these $350 gigs. Singing takes your whole body. It's a lot of energy and work. You can only comfortably record so many songs in a day. Even if there are many hours left that day, you have to set a limit or you'll burn out. So for me, having a diverse portfolio of music revenue streams with a heavy focus on the residual ones that require less work and pay you over and over, that is the answer I've been looking for. That's what frees my time so I can make the music I want, get back to my passion, and still live a fulfilling life, making money, doing something extremely cool. So if any of these 5 ways to make money with your voice interests you and you want to learn more, head over to singerssuccesspath.com for more free resources and get your copy of my master list of music revenue streams for singers. You can see my list of 35 ways to make money with music and see which ones appeal to you. All right, you can help support more free content like this by spreading the word. Post a screenshot of this podcast to your socials, leave a review on Apple Music to help us get up the charts so we can reach more singers on the success path. Tune in next week. We'll be talking about how to execute on these big goals, how to be super productive, and hold ourselves accountable. Take care.